On November 12 of 2018, Draymond Green and Kevin Durant got into a heated argument on the bench. This came after a turnover in the final seconds that sent the game to overtime. Durant was pissed that he didn't get the ball, but Draymond snapped. He fired off all kinds of insults and they had to be separated. I mean, things got so bad that this argument played a role in KD leaving the following year. Therefore, what did Draymond Green really say to Kevin Durant? What was the full conversation like? We're going to break it all down in this video, including the before and aftermath. Let's get into it. To provide some context, the Warriors had just won their second straight NBA title. Durant won the Finals MVP, averaging 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. The Warriors looked unstoppable and were set to dominate the league for years. However, when the offseason came, there was a lot of speculation. Durant was set to become a free agent in 2019 and nobody knew what he was going to do. This included Durant himself since he kept signing 1+1 deals. He enjoyed winning in Golden State but also had his questions about the motion offense. He benefited more from ISO play and felt like teams adjusted too easily to Kerr's system. This led to his tension with Draymond Green, who was big on moving the ball. Their first exchange came on January 6 of 2017. With 35 seconds left, the Warriors were up by 2. It was a crucial possession and Curry was set to make the final decision. However, Durant kept asking for the ball and Curry gave it to him. That didn't sit well with Draymond, who wanted Durant to run a pick and roll with Curry. To make things worse, Durant waved Curry off and went one-on-one against Zach Randolph. That led to a miss and Draymond was in disbelief. After the huddle, he told Durant, "Run a pick and roll. It's Zach Randolph guarding you. It's SIBO." In other words, don't settle for a 3 when you know that there are better looks. These two also exchanged words in a game against the Kings. Durant had only attempted 10 shots and Green didn't like that he wasn't moving. Durant disagreed and actually got in his face. Just another example of their egos clashing. That sets the stage for November 12 of 2018, Warriors vs Clippers at Staples Center. With no Steph Curry, Durant was expected to have a big game, and he did. He had 33 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. Still, the Warriors were down for most of the game. Lou Williams was causing issues all night, and it took an 8-0 run by Klay Thompson for the Warriors to come back. Now, here's when things take a turn. The game was tied at 106 with 10 seconds left. Lou Williams had just missed a crucial jumper, giving the Warriors a chance to win. Green snatched the rebound, with Durant calling for the ball. He wanted to take the last shot, but Green had different plans. He dribbled up the court and got poked by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then he fell to the ground and time ran out. The Warriors didn't get a shot off and the game went into overtime. According to Draymond, his plan was to dump it back to KD, but he didn't run past half court.
And in my mind, I'm already thinking like, oh, he trailing. I'm about to cross over and take this guy standing here and I'm going to just flip it back. He going to step into a 3. He stepped into a 3, it's game over, we out of here. He stood back there clapping and kind of moseying up. He kind of not there, and I turn it over, and we go into overtime.
On the other hand, Durant saw it differently. He wanted the ball before crossing half court so he could pull up for the win. Klay even said, referring to the shot that would have got them the lead. Everyone expected Durant to take the last shot, but Draymond did too much. Now, as Durant went to the bench, he let all of his frustration out. Draymond started chirping back, but Klay waved at them to stop. He even sat between the two, trying to calm the situation down. However, that didn't make any difference. Draymond snapped and told Durant, "F***ing run then, bitch. We won without you. Leave. F*** out of here." You can see Durant smirking at Draymond's comments and then said, "Alright." DeMarcus Cousins tried everything he could to settle things down, but Draymond wasn't having it. He even told Jordan Bell, who tried to massage him, to get off him. Steve Kerr had no idea what was going on and didn't pay much attention to the argument. Now, after the huddle ended, Draymond kept going. He told Durant, "You're a bitch," and Cousins had to step in. Durant was aggravated by the way Draymond was reacting and said, "I'm just trying to play. Come on, man. That's wild as shit, bro. I'm just trying to win a basketball game, dog." Then after heading back to the court, Durant said, "That shit is wild, man. Y'all got it, man. Now, with all this tension, the Warriors didn't perform well in overtime and lost the game by 5 points. The dispute intensified in the locker room, where Green reportedly challenged Durant about his impending free agency. He said, "I've won before you came," among other comments. The situation was clearly getting out of hand and something had to change. Warriors GM Bob Myers tried to work things out, making Draymond apologize to Durant. However, that only made the situation worse.
They pulled me in that room at Signature for an hour and 45 minutes, and they tried to tell me, "You need to apologize." And I told them, "I'll talk to Kay, but y'all aren't going to tell me what I need to say." Mm-hmm. And, you know, they went on for an hour and 45 minutes saying a bunch of bullshit. And ultimately, they realized, all right, we're not getting through to him. We're going to try again in the morning. And so we met the next morning, and they said, all right, you slept on it. You ready to apologize? And I told them right then and there, I said, y'all about to fuck this up. I said, the only person that can make this right is me and Kay. And there's nothing that y'all can do, and y'all are going to fuck this up. And in my opinion, they fucked it up.
I think so too.
They told me right then and there, like, we're going to suspend you for this game. I laughed in their face, literally laughed in their face. And Bob said to me, he said, wow, that was not the reaction I was looking for or expecting.
With that being said, Draymond missed their next game against the Atlanta Hawks. The Warriors won 110-103 with Durant scoring 29 points. After the game, he was asked about the Draymond incident.
Hey Kevin, have you and Draymond been able to hash anything out?
Nah.
Did he cross the line with anything last night that was said?
I'm gonna keep that in house. That's what we do here. I mean, obviously, I know you guys got a job to do, but I'm not trying to get nobody no headlines. What happened. We trying to move on. Just trying to play basketball.
Kevin, just following up on that real quick. Were you surprised he got suspended?
I was just focused on the game. I didn't really care either way. I was just focused on trying to come out here and finish this back-to-back off.
His body language says it all, and it's clear that Draymond crossed the line. Now here's Draymond's reaction to the argument.
You know, Kevin and I spoke. We're moving forward. I think there's no secret that I am an emotional player. You know, sometimes it gets the best of me, and I'm going to live with that. I'm never going to change who I am. You know, and I've read a lot about how is this the end of the run, or is it over, or did I ruin it, or did I force Kevin to leave? As a human being, you got the right to do what you want to do with your life.
Sadly, this right here did play a factor in Durant leaving. After the 2019 season, he left the Warriors and signed a 4-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Shortly after, Durant made an appearance on ESPN First Take to discuss the move. He was also asked if the Draymond incident impacted his free agency. Here's what he said.
Did that play a role in you leaving Golden State?
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
You want to expand on that at all?
Yeah, I mean, your teammate talked to you that way, you think about it a bit. But, you know, like I said, we talked about it, but definitely, for sure, I'm not going to lie about it. Draymond knew that he was out of line.
The fact that this argument alone was enough to make someone leave is crazy. Now that I think about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander might have really caused a butterfly effect. He was the one who poked the ball away from Draymond, causing the argument. That played a factor in Durant leaving, which made the Clippers acquire Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. In the process, Shai was traded to the Thunder, and now he's competing in the finals. Crazy how stuff works out when you look at the bigger picture. Regardless, Durant and Draymond got on better terms over the years. They even had some memorable moments in their next matchups. This includes the one on February 10th of 2024 where Draymond said, and the one on November 30 of 2024 where Durant said, "You know I shoot that motherfucker too." It's great to see them competing after all these years. However, that argument against the Clippers in 2018 forever altered history. That led to the end of the Warriors dynasty and one of the most dominating eras in basketball history. And that pretty much concludes the video. What do you guys think of this argument in 2018? Where do you rank Kevin Durant as an all-time Warrior? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.